What's going on, beautiful people? It's your partner Robbie Joe checking back in with you. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a special episode because today I'm talking about how I fly the Pocket 4K on a DJI RS2. And in this video, we're going to cover battery life, we're going to cover storage, we're going to cover the gimbal setup. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.
You are now tuned in to the Robbie Joe Experience. Let's learn, create, and inspire.
Alrighty, welcome back. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Right here I have the Pocket 4K and I have it outfitted with the small rig cage. And I also have the base plate to the Ronin. So let me go ahead and set this bad boy to the side. Before we get started, I usually fly it with this lens right here, which is a Sigma 18-35. And after you do so many shoots, you get fatigued, your body gets weary. So what I converted over from these Sigma lenses to these M.ZUIKO Olympus lenses, and with these I have a couple of different focal lengths. I have a 17mm. The camera that I'm filming on now has the 25mm, and this right here is the 48mm if I'm not mistaken. So these give me more or less the equivalent of what I would get from here. They're small, compact, lightweight lenses, so it reduces the weight. And man, I'm gonna put it all together, don't worry, I just want to let you guys know. So let's go ahead and get right into it. RS2, baby. I'm gonna show you how I go ahead and assemble this bad boy with ease. Attach this to the bottom here. Make sure it's locked and secured. We wanna go ahead and place this on top. Again, we wanna make sure it is locked and secured. It does have a little lever here. You just wanna make sure that it's unlocked and locks in place. Make sure it's all the way down, locked in. And there we go. The new RS2 does have the locking motor, so it does help out a lot in this particular scenario. So what we're gonna wanna do now is unlock these motors. Whoops, one's already unlocked. So we can go ahead and begin building this bad boy out. So to go ahead and begin this build, we wanna assemble the camera however we're gonna fly it. So today I'm gonna go ahead and put on this 17mm lens. Take the lens cap off. Let's go ahead and set these bad boys to the side. Now these last in the camera for about 45 minutes, depending on how you use them. I picked these up on Amazon for $20, including the charger and the cable. So you just pick up a couple of these and you're all set. Like I technically have, I got 6 of these bad boys, so I'm able to shoot all day. And all it takes is a quick second to undo a battery, put another battery in, you're good to go. So let's go ahead and pop one of these bad boys in. Now I'm using these little SD cards. These are from Lexar. I used to fly the Pocket 4K with the SD drive attached on top, extra cables and stuff like that. But after doing some research, I found these cards have a very good write speed. They work well with the camera. You get them in a 2-pack. I'll link everything in the description below. But man, these are very awesome. So I'm gonna just go ahead and insert that bad boy here, because very important to a gimbal is rigging up the camera package however you're gonna set it up before you put it on the camera so it can account for all the weight. We're gonna go ahead and put the base plate on the Ronin itself. Come on now, give me some love. All right, all right. Now you guys can see that I'm gonna lock this motor, but for whatever reason, this motor stopped locking on me. But that's just when it's like this. It definitely locks when it's here, but that's neither here than there. Let's get back to what we came for. So with the Pocket 4K, I'm gonna go ahead and attach it. And I'm gonna give it just a little bit of space here because I don't want to flush up against the motor. You want to definitely leave a little bit of space right there. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and begin the balancing of this. So we can see that it's leaning to the left. That means I got to bring this over to the right just to offset it a bit. The Pocket 4K is a wide camera, so a lot of people have issues with balancing it. Some people use counterweights, but once you get it set, you don't have to worry about all that. The RS2 is strong enough to handle this payload, and this is fairly light. So bear with me. Let me just get this a little bit even. Right in the center. Okay, That looks good. We're gonna go ahead and lock that. Now, of course, it's back heavy. So with the new RS2, you're able to just slide this forward like you would do on a Steadicam. And all you wanna do is just balance it so where the gimbal just pretty much holds in place. Still too back heavy, now we're too front heavy. Minor adjustments. Looks like we're still leaning a little bit to the left. There we go. And for the most part, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this one, and you'll know it's balanced by when you, whoops. So let's make sure that it is balanced correctly. Now, I usually already have this set so I don't go through that whole scenario, but what we're gonna do now is go ahead and turn this bad boy on. So we can demonstrate how easy this is. First things first, see that rattling let you know I ain't do something right. One of these motors is still locked or this isn't balanced correctly. And that's what it's telling me. And that would be this one. It's not locked properly. We all make mistakes, it happens. The gimbal is now calibrating, doing what it got to do so it can get ready for us to perform. It says calibration complete. And there it is, with ease. That is the Pocket 4K with the M.ZUIKO lens on it, flying on the Ronin, no problem. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is attach the accessories, because to unleash this full potential, you need a couple of other little pieces. So I got some of these pieces from Small Rig. Links will be in the description for all of these items, because you can fly with one hand, but it's more option. I mean, it's more beneficial to fly with two hands, have 2 points of contact on the gimbal itself. So I purchased this from Small Rig, which is an adjustable arm, which you can also attach accessories to as well, and we'll get into that in a second. But what this allows me to do is have a second point of contact. So if I need to fly it in a different way, I can. Let me go ahead and attach this accessory on this side. Now what I usually use on this side is a light, you know, depending on what I'm shooting with. You know, this is all modular, but I usually will put a little light right here so I can, you know, if I'm gonna attach a microphone or anything else, I usually will put it there. So now what I'm gonna do is also attach this bad boy right here, which would be our monitor clamp, because the beauty of the RS2 allows you to not necessarily have to use external monitor. You can use your phone or any other device that can pick up a Wi-Fi signal to do that. Now, to get that feature, you're gonna need this part right here, which is called the Raven Eye. The Raven Eye is a wireless transmission system that comes with the DJI RS2. And all we're gonna do is just go ahead and plug it up and make it happen. Now I'm gonna turn this off and put it back on just to rebalance it, because we're gonna have cables and such going through. So yeah, let's make it happen. It already comes with a little slot here on the bottom for the RS2. It's gonna slide that bad boy in. You have one port for the HDMI signal to go there. The other port will go inside the camera itself. Which also brings me to another point into why I began flying the Pocket 4K with the SD cards instead of the SSD, because with the SSD, only one of these cables can be plugged in to the USB port on the Blackmagic Pocket 4 on the Pocket 4K. So this other cable has like an L bracket shape. Plug it in right there. I like to keep it neat, so I fly it underneath. I don't want any loose cables. I don't want to risk anybody damaging this, or I'm, you know, getting caught on anything. And then we go ahead and plug that into that bottom socket right there. Now to get the camera control, we're gonna plug this into the second one. And I'm gonna run this wire here at the bottom, plug it into the USB port. So that way the signal can be sent out. We're gonna pull these bad boys out on the Raven Eye. And that should be it. Now with the additional cables, you see it's a little bit more heavy on the left-hand side. So all we gotta do is just compensate for it. And that looks about right. Again, you wanna more or less get the balance correctly and then let the gimbal do the rest of the work. But you can always fine tune this if you're a perfectionist, all that great stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy back on. Go ahead and start the calibration process. Now I already have another smartphone right here that's already with the app installed on it, the DJI app. So what we're gonna do is turn on the Raven Eye. And yeah, so there you have it. That's how I fly it, more or less. You see we got it all balanced. If I need to do a high shot, I can see everything from there. If I'm doing like a low angle shot, I could just tilt this up right here and get my shots in. I can also give this to somebody else and they can go ahead and operate it. The Raven Eye gives you the option to send this up to maybe about 5 devices. So if you have an iPad laying around, anything like that, it'll pick it up. Very important. Let me show you guys this. This is one of the best features what I love about this. Let's say it's time to switch focal lengths. All I have to do is turn the camera off. Since it's already balanced, go ahead, remove that lightweight lens. It doesn't affect it. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this bad boy on in reverse because we're balling like that. Boom, locked in. We're still balanced. I'm still able to shoot. Now, of course, with all these cables, it looks redonkulous. So let's go ahead and remove this foolishness. And there you have it. Oh, you thought I forgot, huh? Nope. Let me show you how we swap out these batteries real quick. But let's say I need to remove a battery. This battery is going dead. I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the Ronin off for 1 quick second. Grab the Ronin, boom. Grab the 4K, boom. Take the battery out, boom. I already got them charged, boom. Finna go ahead and throw it in there, boom. Gonna go ahead and slap it back on the Ronin, boom. Gonna go ahead and lock it back in, boom. Gonna go ahead and power it back on, boom. Gonna go ahead and turn it back on, boom. And last but not least, boom, it's ready to go. Just go ahead and start the calibration. Let you see the magic for yourself. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And when it's ready, that means it's ready to kick ass. Can we say that on this channel? No cussing? Okay. So yeah, it's ready to kick some major butt. Nah, man, but nah, that's it, man. That's how I'm flying the Pocket 4K on the DJI RS2 with the cage on there. Optional lenses, multiple batteries, footprints real little. Now this is heavy and I usually fly it with the monopod to kind of give it some back weight. You know, I do that because I don't have the tilt-a-float. It is on my list. I am coming for you, tilt-a-float, but in the meantime, that's a workaround. The monopod itself, it allows you to have a counterweight, if you will. You extend the feet out, and I'll put some footage online so you guys can see. But that's pretty much it, man. That's how I'm flying the Pocket 4K on the DJI RS2 in 2021. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Like the video, comment below. Let me know how you guys fly y'all camera package, what things you may have learned, or what things you may disagree with. Hopefully you all can learn something from this experience. I've been your partner, Robbie Joe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. You want to test me rocket launcher? Oh, my bad. Thought that beast wanted some pressure.